In the depths of a world unknown to humans, where darkness intertwines with mystery, two ancient forces have coexisted in a fragile balance for centuries, the werewolves and the demons. Bound by a non-aggression pact, these powerful beings have maintained a tense peace, fully aware that open conflict could unleash unimaginable destruction. This pact, sealed in blood in a forgotten era, has ensured that both sides could coexist in the shadows, away from human knowledge. However, this peace crumbles when Ragnar, the alpha of one of the most powerful werewolf packs, discovers that the demons have broken the agreement. During the last full moon, several members of his pack were attacked and abducted by demonic forces. This act of betrayal ignites an unyielding fury in Ragnar and a consuming desire for vengeance. Ragnar, a leader known for his strength and honor, faces a crossroads. The safety of his pack is his top priority, and he is willing to take the war to the gates of the underworld if necessary. But Selene, the wise advisor of the pack, urges caution. Selene, an expert in ancient arts and supernatural diplomacy, warns that an open war could unleash catastrophic consequences for both species and possibly drag all of humanity into the abyss. Determined but not reckless, Ragnar allows Selene to attempt one last negotiation with the demons before launching his offensive. Selene, hoping to avoid a destructive conflict, seeks an audience with Malphas, the leader of the demons, in an attempt to restore peace or at least understand the true reasons behind the breach of the pact. However, what she discovers is even more alarming. The betrayal does not stem from a unanimous decision among the demons, but from a faction led by Azazel, an ambitious and ruthless demon who has decided to break the fragile peace to unleash total war and consolidate his power. Azazel, with his ability to manipulate both demons and discontented werewolves, has begun to form an army with a single goal: to destroy the werewolves and claim dominance over all supernatural creatures. Malphas, weakened and aware of his own inability to contain Azazel, fears for the future of his own kingdom. With the pact broken and battle lines drawn, Ragnar prepares for the inevitable. The shadows of war loom over both sides, and what was once a precarious coexistence now becomes a fight for survival. The werewolves, with their ferocity and loyalty, prepare to face the dark powers of the demons, while the demons, driven by ambition and betrayal, seek to subjugate their former enemies and claim the world as their own. This introduction sets the stage for an epic battle between werewolves and demons, where ancient pacts are broken, loyalties are tested, and the fate of all supernatural creatures hangs in the balance. Peace, always fragile, crumbles, and in its place arises a war that threatens to consume everything in the shadows. Don't miss out on the best. Subscribe now to my YouTube channel and join this amazing community. Every week, new adventures, tips, and much more await you. Hit the subscribe button and activate the bell to stay always up to date. Let's start with the story. In a world hidden from human eyes, werewolves and demons have coexisted under a non-aggression pact for centuries. This pact, forged in an ancient era, was designed to maintain peace and balance between two of the most powerful and dangerous species in the supernatural world. However, the fragile peace crumbles when Ragnar, the alpha of a powerful werewolf pack, discovers that the demons have violated the pact, attacking and kidnapping several of his brothers during the last full moon. Furious and determined to protect his pack, Ragnar gathers his strongest warriors and vows revenge against the demons. However, Selene, the pack's wise advisor, warns him that open war could unleash a catastrophic conflict that would endanger both sides and possibly all of humanity. As Ragnar prepares his pack for war, Selene, hoping to avoid a catastrophe, seeks an audience with Malphas, the demon leader, to try to negotiate a truce and uncover the reasons behind the recent hostilities. However, during the meeting, Selene discovers that not all demons agreed with the decision to break the pact. A faction within the demons, led by the ambitious Azazel, has orchestrated the betrayal with the intent of triggering a total war to consolidate his power. Azazel, a demon of great power and cunning, has begun to influence the younger demon clans, promising them power and dominance over all supernatural creatures if they join his cause. Malphas, on the other hand, finds himself weakened and fears he will not be able to contain Azazel for much longer. Despite Selene's efforts to negotiate, Ragnar is forced to lead an attack against a group of demons that have invaded his territory. The battle, though brief, is brutal. The werewolves prove formidable in combat, but the demons, with their dark magic and resilience, are a fearsome adversary. During the battle, Ragnar faces Azazel directly, who openly challenges the pack and makes it clear that his goal is to annihilate the werewolves and claim dominion over the supernatural world. Although Ragnar manages to wound Azazel, the demon escapes, vowing to return with an even larger army. After the first skirmish, Ragnar calls a war council with the other werewolf alphas. Some, like Thorne, the alpha of the northern clan, are determined to fight to the last man, while others, like Luna, the alpha of the Dark Forest clan, fear that open war will only lead to the destruction of both sides. Meanwhile, Selene receives an unexpected visit from Lilith, a powerful demoness and former ally of the werewolves. Lilith, who has been exiled by Azazel, offers her help to Selene, revealing that Azazel has made a pact with even darker forces that will allow him to open portals to hell and bring forth an army of demons far more powerful than anything the werewolves have ever faced. With the information provided by Lilith, Selene and Ragnar realize they need a more powerful weapon if they are to have any hope of defeating Azazel and his army. Lilith tells them about an ancient artifact known as the Heart of the Moon, which has the power to channel the moon's energy and grant the werewolves enough strength to face the demons. Ragnar, Selene, and a small group of warriors embark on a dangerous mission to find the Heart of the Moon. Their journey takes them deep into the Midnight Mountains, an ancient and sacred place guarded by ancestral creatures that do not permit outsiders. In the Midnight Mountains, Ragnar and his group face physical and spiritual trials, battling against the guardians of the Heart of the Moon. These creatures, tied to nature's magic, are relentless in their duty to protect the artifact. However, Selene, using her knowledge of ancient traditions, manages to convince the guardians that their cause is just and that the Heart of the Moon is their only hope to prevent mass destruction. With the Heart of the Moon in his possession, Ragnar feels a renewed power but also understands the responsibility it carries. The artifact not only amplifies physical strength, but also requires mental and emotional balance. Any weakness or doubt could corrupt its power. Upon their return, Ragnar discovers that Thorne, the alpha of the northern clan, has betrayed the werewolf alliance, joining Azazel in exchange for promises of power and dominance over other clans. Thorne believes that by allying with the demons, he can ensure his clan's survival and crush his rivals within werewolf society. This betrayal further divides the clans, and many begin to question Ragnar's ability to lead them. With time running out and war imminent, Ragnar must consolidate his power and convince the remaining clans that their only hope of survival is to unite against the common enemy. Azazel, now supported by Thorne and his clan, entrenches himself in the Dark Fortress, an ancient structure located at a ley line crossing, a place of great arcane power. From there, he plans to open the portal to hell and unleash his demon army. Ragnar, Selene, Lilith, and the clans loyal to the cause organize a desperate siege against the Dark Fortress. The battle is epic, with werewolves and demons fighting under the full moon's light. Selene, using the Heart of the Moon, channels lunar energy to protect her allies and weaken the demons. At the climax of the battle, Ragnar confronts Thorne in a one-on-one combat, while Selene and Lilith face Azazel inside the fortress. Empowered by the Heart of the Moon, Ragnar manages to defeat Thorne, though not without suffering severe injuries. Meanwhile, inside the fortress, Azazel, having nearly completed the ritual to open the portal, battles Selene and Lilith in a confrontation of power and magic. Selene, using the Heart of the Moon, finally manages to interrupt the ritual and, in a final sacrifice, channels all her power to destroy Azazel and close the portal. The resulting explosion of energy disintegrates Azazel and purifies the fortress of its demonic corruption. With Azazel's death and Thorne's defeat, the remaining demons retreat into the shadows, and the werewolves begin to rebuild what remains of their society. However, the victory has come at a great cost. Gravely injured and having lost many of his brothers, Ragnar decides to abdicate as Alpha, leaving leadership to a new council formed by the Alphas of the surviving clans. Selene, weakened by the use of the Heart of the Moon, chooses to retire and dedicate the rest of her life to restoring balance among the supernatural forces. Lilith, free from Azazel's threat, returns to her exile but promises to watch over the peace between the species. The story concludes with a reflection on the price of war and the power of sacrifice. Although the werewolves and demons have avoided total destruction, the scars of war will remain, reminding them that peace is fragile and must be protected, not with violence, but with wisdom and unity. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and comment.